Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Planet and Alien here on YouTube. Hello. I just want to say first off, thank you to all of you who subscribe to my channel, or even if you don't, you just watch my videos. I thank you so much. It means the world to me, and now hearing that people actually have notifications on, so whenever I post a video, they get notified is just mind-boggling to me because, I don't know, I guess I just feel like I don't know, you just don't feel like you're someone who would be on someone's notification list because, I'm just talking, but you guys really like it, and I love making them, and I love hearing what you guys have to say, and I really don't get that much hate, which is really appreciated. I thank you so much for that. Yeah, I just really want to say thank you so much, and that I might not know you guys, but I love you, okay? You guys are my YouTube fam, my Twitter fam, whatever you may be, you are my fam. Like, thank you so much. Like, it really just means the world to me, and I can't express that enough, and I am just so happy more of you are joining this weird little alien family here on YouTube, because I love it, and I'm going to keep making videos. So, with that being said, let's get into this video and what it's about. It's about Jughead Jones being dead. Yep, he's dead, people. He's in a grave. He's dead. He's gone. Cole Sprouse is already in like 3 new movies. He's moved on to a different TV show. He is done with Riverdale. He is gone. No, I'm just joking. He's not gone. Now, okay, I'm gonna be totally honest. Now, Jughead Jones is my bae. Like, he is my favorite. I don't give a shit if by him living it meant that Bughead would be dating for another, let's say, 4 seasons out of, like, maybe 7 we get of Riverdale, let's just say. I still would be like, I don't care as long as he lives. He can be with Betty as long as he lives. I'm sorry. Like, I love Barchi, I do with all my heart, but in no way does that mean I want Jughead dead. At all. Like, no. No, no, no. But that scene, it really... Okay, he looked dead in FP's arms. Yeah, he was unconscious, but he looked dead. Like, his mouth was a little open. He didn't look like he was breathing. I mean, he was beaten to a pulp, and then half his fucking flesh was taken off. Like, a lot more than just the Serpent tattoo, it seemed like. Like, Penny went a little too far. Penny, oh man, she gonna get that shit. You know, the only upside to this whole Jughead thing is now Sweet Pea and Archie are teaming up to take down the Ghoulies, and Penny and Hyrum, I'm sure, so yeah, that's the plus side to this, because I am so here for Archie and Sweet Pea working together instead of going against each other. I'm so here for the Serpents and the Bulldogs. Like, be friends, people, be friends, come on. Stop with the fucking, you think this, they think this. No, it's just all thinking. It's no fucking facts. Just be friends. But anyways, Jughead. So yeah, it really made it seem like Jughead was dead. And I was like, okay, maybe he's not dead, but I was like, oh my god, what if he is? Like, this is Riverdale, they would have no problem killing a character off, but I was like, Jughead? There's just no way they would kill out of everyone Jughead Jones. There's just no way. His story isn't over with yet. He hasn't had any scenes with Veronica, and they're big in the comics. Jughead himself is big in the comics, so I was like, there's no way they would kill this big of character, even if it's not exactly like the comics. There's no way they would kill Jughead Jones. I mean, he's such a prominent part of the comics and the show. I mean, without Jughead, we would be missing a vital part of Riverdale and what makes it so amazing, in my opinion anyways. It'd be like losing a limb, like, seriously, if we ever lost Jughead. But at first, I was like, oh my god, maybe he is dead. You don't know. He could be dead. It seems like he's dead because, the promo for next, it's like, it has Archie, Betty, and Veronica in front of Jughead's tombstone, which I saw it was, in fact, Jughead's tombstone. It had his name, and she's holding his hat. But as we know, Fred had a dream sequence when he got shot, where he saw, like, Archie marrying Veronica and all that stuff. So it is very possible that this is a dream sequence for Jughead himself. Not to mention, this didn't register with me at first, but then when I heard it again, I was like, this makes sense that he's alive, because Betty's like, our story's only beginning, it's not over yet, basically, and it looks like she's in the hospital, and I take that for, you know, he's still alive, and it's like, you gotta live, our story's not done yet. So, I mean, there's a lot, I mean, not to mention, Cole was on the set for the finale. I mean, he had cuts on his faces, so you could tell that he had gotten beaten up. So, but he was, like, already healed, basically. So I don't know how far ahead did we go with that. I don't know. I mean, I don't, like, what got me thinking he was really dead is someone commented on my YouTube video saying, Cole tweeted, grateful, thank you, Riverdale. And a lot of times when characters are killed off, that's what they tweet. They're like, grateful for all these years on the show. Thank you guys. I love you. So I was like, oh my God, he's dead. You know, and I didn't think, oh, he's trolling us, because, you know, my first thought is, he's dead. Like, what? Like, no. So right there, I made like a goodbye Jughead video, and then people started pointing it out that, you know, he's just trolling because that's what he does, and he likes to likes to do jokes and stuff. And then not to mention a lot of things, like he is mentioned in the finale. He is in the finale. There's a picture of him in the finale, so it's very clear and obvious that he is still alive. However, when I first saw that tweet, I didn't like think of all the other stuff because I hadn't seen all the other stuff. So I was like, oh my God, he's dead. I can't believe he's dead. But thankfully, he's not dead. Like, I know some of you are thinking he is dead. I'm going to try and put in here all the evidence I can find that basically says he's not dead, just so you see that he is, in fact, not dead. I mean, because I know there's some people that actually really do think he is dead, and I see why, because it really makes it seem that way, not to mention how he looked. I mean, damn, he was beaten, dude. Like, let's be honest, you probably wouldn't survive that, considering a lot of head injuries he had. His whole fucking face was swollen up. You probably wouldn't survive that, but we're gonna let it pass because this is Riverdale, and they can't kill Jughead, thankfully. They can't kill Jughead. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make this and talk about Jughead Jones, because I love him. I don't want him to die. And I understand, like, you know, oh, like, some people will be like, oh, well, if he died, then Archie will be there to comfort Betty, and then they'll happen. And it's like, do we really want Archie and Betty to happen that way? We want them to happen the natural way, where they actually admit they have feelings for each other and stop pretending, like the kiss. What the fuck? Are you going to talk about the kiss or not? Like, legit, when Archie said in the diner scene to Veronica, I don't think we're ever going to talk about it or bring it up, it's like, he actually was serious, because, I mean, if they actually do... Okay, this is one thing. Alex on Twitter, Zalaban, I think, well, he answers a lot of questions about Riverdale and stuff. He's awesome. Such a great guy. And he had said that the scene where Archie and Betty are looking at each other through their windows and Jughead is narrating these feelings that have long been buried, shook loose, Alex said, we will address that coming up. Like, not saying this season, probably season 3, but we will address it. So if that means we're going to address that scene, then I still think we're going to address the kissing scene. It's just going to take a long time, because, I mean, that window scene happened before the kissing scene, so you gotta think, it's taking a while. I mean, so if it's taking this long to address that scene, think how long it's gonna take to finally address the kissing scene, which I'm guessing will be season 3. I feel like, I don't know, I think now season 2 is not gonna end where it kind of like hints, I don't know, I mean, season 2 could end where it hints a tiny bit at the triangle starting in season 3. But I don't feel like anything really happens triangle related in the finale, because I feel like with everything that happened with Jughead now, I think why Bughead fans are going to be happy is because he's awake and alive, and, you know, he's with Betty, so that's probably why they're going to be happy. So I feel like the finale is going to be just mostly on, you know, Bughead, you know, together still and being happy, and him being alive, and then Veronica and Archie, and, you know, all that shit, and she's taking down her dad while also Archie is going after her dad, because I'm guessing next episode he finds out he's the one who had his dad shot twice. So yes. Oh, someone also asked me on one of my comments, they were like, why would Hal take the fall for Fred shooting but not the banquet? And that is very interesting, why he would take the fall for the banquet but not Fred shooting. But maybe, I don't know. I mean, could you imagine if Hiram knew, like, he was the Black Hood this whole time? Hal? I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe, like, I don't know why he didn't. Like, that's very odd to me. Like, maybe he thought, like, I feel like he just, you know, wanted to admit to all that had started this all. I mean, that was the first victim. Fred, you know, he was the first person to be shot, then Miss Grundy, Moose and Midge, so forth, so forth. So I think that's why he admitted to that, not realizing that at the same time he's doing this, someone else pretending to be the Black Hood is again trying to kill Fred. Thankfully, he had a bulletproof vest. So I find that odd too that he said he took responsibility for Fred, Miss Grundy, all that, but he didn't take responsibility for the banquet, because I knew that wasn't him. That's obvious. But why wouldn't you take responsibility for the banquet, but you would take it for Fred? Because it's very obvious at this point it wasn't him who shot Fred. Like, come on. So I do find that interesting. Someone brought it up, and I'm like, that is interesting, because why would you take credit for Fred's shooting but not the banquet? I guess maybe because Fred's shooting is what started the whole Black Hood, so he wants to be the one who actually started it instead of it being Hiram. Because I'm sorry, but Hal didn't shoot Fred. Sorry, no. I mean, I knew that, but seeing that other person try and shoot Fred again while Hal is talking to Betty and Alice about being the Black Hood and being a psychopath, I knew right then it's someone Hiram hired, most likely Tall Boy. I mean, who else could it be? It's Hiram hired it. I know it. I mean, and why? You know what? Also, I'm curious about why they decided to attack again that night. Was it because they knew that the Black Hood was being... No, because no one knew Hal was, like, telling Alice and Betty that he was the Black Hood. I mean, and I'm sure Cheryl didn't tell anyone, oh, Betty thinks Hal's the Black Hood. I mean, she didn't say anything. So it's like, it's like weird, like, why... I feel like once Veronica, like, kind of found out about that October surprise where he was going to release photos of Hermione and Fred kissing and, you know, totally destroy Fred as a family man and his reputation, everything. Maybe by Veronica finding that out and not wanting to allow it to happen, maybe he saw a different way, kill Fred, or maybe Archie was his intended victim, because Archie was the one getting attacked, but then again, maybe Fred was the intended person and Archie just happened to stumble upon this person first, so of course this person had to defend himself, and then Fred came. But yeah, it is very interesting why this person came again to shoot Fred. It is very interesting. And if you think about it, he did get a note saying, "You're next, sinner." So it's like, did Hal send that? Or was that someone Hiram hired that was trying to make it look like the Black Hood so that, you know, he would know, we're coming for you still. So it is very interesting. There's a lot of things like, yeah, that is very interesting, I find. Like, the note, was it from Hal or not? You know? And it's like, it's just, Hiram has his hand in it. I know he does. I already know. Like, he has his hand in it. I know I'm rambling on, but, you know, I have a lot to say about Riverdale, so I just want to talk about it, because, also another thing that people are getting upset about is that Cheryl's getting a Serpent jacket, and Betty has yet to get one, even though she's helped a lot with the Serpents. Although someone was like, oh, Cheryl did this, Betty only helped Jughead, that's it. Which is not true, actually, because Betty didn't just help Jughead, she helped Jughead and the Serpents. She might have been doing it for Jughead, but she still helped Jughead and the Serpents. Whereas Cheryl, she's doing this for Tony, but also helping the Serpents. So they're both equally helping in some way. I mean, no one's better than the other. And I think it's better that Cheryl gets a jacket than Betty, because I don't want to see Betty as a Serpent. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't think that's the path she needs to go down at all. I don't want to see her as a Serpent. Whereas Cheryl, that is character development at its best. I mean, when you look back on when when Tony and Cheryl were, like, at each other and they were, like, fucking wanting to fight, and then you look at them at the movies, and then at the diner holding hands, and then Tony looking for Cheryl, like, I mean, character development, man, like, Cheryl went from being like, you disgusting serpents, to, I love you serpents, I'm one of you, and I love that. I am so happy she's a serpent. Like, Betty, sorry, but no, you can't be a serpent. I'm sorry. You need to just let that go. You can't be a serpent. Like, I know your boyfriend is a serpent, but that doesn't mean you have to be one. But Cheryl, it makes sense. It's character development. And I mean, who doesn't want to see Cheryl as a serpent? I mean, how amazing is that going to be? Like, she's already, like, a bitch and, like, totally kick-ass and doesn't take shit from anyone and will, like, totally destroy you and put an arrow in your fucking eye. So, yeah. I'd want her on my team. Like, she's fucking awesome. Like, let's just admit that. Like, man, Cheryl's character development since season 1 till now is fucking epic. I have to say, out of everyone, her character development has been the best. Definitely has been the best. I think since season 1 till now, she has changed. They all have. But especially Cheryl has changed tremendously in ways that you never thought she would change. Like, becoming a serpent. Like, falling in love with the serpent, you know, things like that, and I love that, because I love that character development, and Cheryl's just becoming so much of a better person. I mean, she's still, she still has her bitchy moments, and she still will totally destroy you, but at the same time, you know, she cares about her cousin Betty, you know, she's actually caring, she's there to help Jughead and rescue Tony, which I really love seeing that, Jughead and Cheryl. Like, I knew she was there to, like, save Tony, but just seeing Cheryl and Jughead in a scene together was amazing. Not to mention, when Jughead was being carried out by FP, Cheryl was like, she was actually, like, sad. Like, she actually cared. Like, God, that is character development, man, at its greatest. Wow, they are, like, Riverdale writers are fucking phenomenal. They are kicking ass with Riverdale. Like, I can't wait for the finale, but also it's like, then we have to wait 3 months for it to come back, and, like, what am I supposed to do with my life? Like, this is the only bad thing I hate, is I wish we would get some Barchi moment, something, just something to hold me over for those 3-4 months until it comes back. That's the only thing that gets me, is like when it ends, it's like there's no Barchi moments for me to hold on to until the new season starts. I mean, yeah, the kissing scene, the window scene, but those are old ones. I want like a new one before the season ends so I can hold on to it and relive it and watch it and video it and all this stuff. And while I'm waiting for season 3 to start up in October or whatever. So that's the only downside. Like, there's no Barchi scenes to, like, hold on to. It's like I'm in the ocean and I have no life raft and I'm just gonna drown. And then I'll come back up in, like, 4 months and see season 3. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Riverdale and Jughead Jones. All I know is I am ecstatic that Jughead is alive. He is alive. I mean, yeah, I'm just happy. I don't want him to die. Like, of all the people to die, Jughead can. I'm sorry, I love Jughead. Like, he just can't die. I'm sorry, he can't. And Cole, no, he can't. Like, I hate when, like, I see some people who are like, oh, I hope Jughead's dead and stuff. And it's like, no, why do you say that? Don't say that. Like, no. I wouldn't say that about any of the characters, except maybe Hyrum. Yeah, Hyrum. I'd say it about Hyrum. I don't mind if he's dead, because, you know, I don't give a shit about him at all. But, yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. Sorry for rambling, but it's about Riverdale, like usual. And, yeah, I can't wait for the finale. It's gonna be so fucking good. Hyrum and Archie, showdown, probably. Sweet Pea and Archie working together. The Ghoulies and Penny are going the fuck down. Down, 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 down you go. Oof. Oh, I love this. I love them teaming up. Like, oh, this is so many goals right now. Like, goals. And, yeah, I can't wait. So, yeah, next episode's gonna be amazing. And I mean, also, I just gotta say again, even though I knew Hal was the Black Hood, even though I assumed it was Sheriff Keller for the longest time, and then eventually I was like, oh, it's Hal Cooper. Even though I knew it at the end, it was him, still finding out the backstory was, I just have to say again, mind-boggling. Like, honestly, I didn't think the Riverdale writers were going to do that. Like, I knew he was the Black Hood, but I didn't think there was so much story behind it in such a creepy, like, scary movie kind of way. And it's like, oh my God. Like, awesome backstory, and I liked it too, like I said, because it neatly put everything that I've been like, how does this connect to this? How does this connect to that? It's connected everything together perfectly, so it explains everything, except for Fred's shooting, because, as you can tell, that was someone else, so, and the banquet, so yeah. But other than that, it explains everything, and I mean, I just have to give, him credit. I can't. Lachlan? I don't know how to say his name. Lachlan? Locke? L. Let's just call him L. You know who I'm talking about, who plays Hal Cooper. I just have to say, like, he fucking killed it. From going, I mean, the Hal we saw in episode 21 was a Hal I'd never seen before. Like, he was completely different. Like, I know he's meant to be, because he is, like, the Black Hood, and he is explaining it, and he is about to kill his wife and daughter, but, I mean, holy shit, this Hal, I was like, what? Like, I mean, he killed it. Like, he totally took on a whole new Hal. Not even just the look, the facial expressions, what he's saying, how he was yelling. I was like, holy shit. Because, you know, I always thought Hal was this pussy bitch who kind of watered down Alice and stuff. And then seeing him like this, I was like, whoa, who is this? This is like some psychotic fucking nutty nut. And how he's been just pretending to be normal so much, I mean, so well, is crazy. It's like, ooh, shit, Betty, you better watch out. Even though she ain't gonna be the Black Hood. Well, that would be a twist, but the Black Hood storyline's over. But yeah, I mean, oh, God, like, I just want to praise him, because he, honestly, completely changed that character within one episode, and I am honestly blown away. Like, phenomenal acting on his part. Like, wow, just so great. Like, I gotta say that, because that still gets me. How I look at how, let's say, the episode before, and then I look at how this episode, and it's like, what? It's like, are you sure this isn't a twin? Or, like, does he have a split personality? Because this is not the Hal that we've been seeing since season 1 at all. I mean, holy shit. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about all that, and kind of tell you guys, because if some of you are worried, that Jughead is alive, and, you know, if I did have the proof, I showed you it. So yeah, he is alive. I just want to talk about that, and talk about some other Riverdale things. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna go.